Hello, it's me, Teal. Day 4, January the 4th. You know, it's such a mysterious and intense relationship to just pop out of someone's birth canal one day as a total stranger and just be like, hey, so here I am. I'm yours forever now. And I come equipped with all of these parts of you that I inherited. Some parts that maybe will even continue to amaze and perplex me well into my 30s. And it's just so baffling to me to be like made of the particles of two people. Just like, boom, you exist now. Trips me out pretty much every day. But today, of all days, is my mother's birthday. So I wrote this one for her. Basically, a million backstories condensed and compiled together. I came back home here to Colorado from living my Hollywood dreams, aka suffering in Hollywood's punishing chaos. I came home about 10 years ago. I am panicking about time, but hey, working on a spell to control it, but I haven't mastered it yet. I came home to help my mom out after she had to close her business. It was an amazing, unique boutique that she ran for 35 years. It was kind of one of those, like, damn the man, save the empire type stories, only we couldn't beat the man or save the empire. And it was pretty shitty because she made the block really interesting for 3 decades, and now it's pretty bland. But you didn't hear that from me. Anyway, this dress is her dress. It's one of my favorites. I think it's from the early 70s. And these boots are the boots that she was wed in to my father. Yeah. This dress just feels magical when I put it on. And because she owned a boutique for so long, the fashion I inherited from her has been pretty stellar throughout the years. But yeah, so we've been holding it down in lockdown, living together, both unemployed. And, you know, sometimes it's a little rugged. Sometimes it's a lot to have like that mother mirror held up constantly, but the reflections can be really beautiful as well. And I feel pretty lucky to be my mother's daughter. So this one is for her. Happy birthday, Ma. I'm glad you were born so that I could be eventually as well. This one's called Mama of Mine. They called her wild, like it was a bad thing. Always one to bring a song to each new day, lyrics found in an instant of living bright. The light shined in her eyes like nothing they'd seen before, or could even pretend to handle. Such a scandal to know exactly who you are and not retract it, but act it out proudly. She was that type of gal who'd get atop any mountain and still have breath enough to pray out loud as the birds above her dared to. She blew on dandelion wisps and spun a blade of wheat playfully in her fingertips as she imagined sharing such a blessed sunset with her child one day. She took small, playful steps in the tall, untamed grass, her cowgirl boots leaving determined tracks of a woman who'd truly been there. A power like hers never evaporates, but is concentrated and trickled down through the earth's many layers to be shared by the very roots of the trees she rested those boots upon and spoke to directly. She wouldn't flee or stop when the winds came. They aimed to take her in all directions, both turvy and topsy in this great confetti of livin'. spinning down to this home planet like meteors, making grand entrances, working wisdom into the most casual of sentences. But she located all those immense, elusive right words when she found herself alone, and sung 'em back to those birds up in their tree homes. She shared 'em with all her fellow wild creatures who, when she really looked, were all around her. To be sure, a woman who walks tall always catches more of the sun's potent rays. Her eyes fearlessly raised, her fingernails made quick friends with the soil, and she made a point of finding the changing faces everywhere she stepped. She became adept at the ways of choosing what to carry. She knew there was much more than cherries in the bowl, felt energies rumble before they began to roll, unfolding as she moved, like the first golden invitations of fall do. As she carved a way through, she made her distinct mark on this spinning, infinite story. A truly complex canvas, not to be ignored, not to be stuck on the walls of a gallery or displayed with pageantry, but felt and passed along from hand to hand and heart to heart in a jaw-dropping, boot-skipping processional of color and variance, to continue and conjure that strong, wild, most beautiful light. Why, you'll find her tonight, still moon howling at the glow, just to show her wild soul hasn't dwindled any. Love you, Mama.